Also on Pascal's side, housing, supply, and the developers' tax incentives are back.
Yeah.
We're not talking Celtic Tiger elements here, but there were a few sweeteners in there from Pascal Donoghue if you are a builder.
I think he described it at one stage as a social policy, right? So even though you're saying tax breaks for developers, he's saying it's a social policy. And the standout one, I suppose, is the reduction of the VAT on the sale of apartments. And that's going to be in place from tonight, which is interesting. So if you were thinking of signing off on a sale of an apartment today, find a reason to not do it, basically, because that's coming in at midnight. They'll vote on it later on, the Dáil. And that's going to be there till 2030. So basically...
there was a few long-term measures there.
That's sitting there. There's a bit of certainty, I guess, around that now. Also, the other interesting one was a corporate tax exemption for cost rentals. So this is the scheme whereby developers build apartments and they're rented out below what you would expect to pay. And so what they're basically trying to encourage there is that more companies would do this, presumably large-scale kind of companies that have a lot of apartments, and that they would rent it to you for below the market rate, but now they're going to get a tax break in return for that. There's some changes around kind of land hoarding and tax exemptions there, and then revenue to start collecting what is kind of being renamed as the derelict property tax.
But at the same time, there was something done on the taxation side if you're renovating the derelict property. So they are incentivising it. There's a carrot and stick there now.
The challenge with some of that stuff, though, Fionn, is that it's very slow. It's not like the housing crisis and the numbers of houses we need to build are off by thousands. And yes, obviously, it's good. It's good communities to fix up derelict properties, but that's one house at a time, and I know we're not really in the kind of
it's one old house. What you're looking at is you want the apartments and the housing estates to go up.
I think that's the only solution, really. If there are derelict houses all over the country, there's no doubt about that. And yes, there should be some sort of incentive and scheme there to get them done up, because effectively, I suppose you could call them half-built properties. There's some sort of bricks and mortars there, but at the same time, that's not going to solve the housing crisis. It's the right thing to do, but I don't know that you can say that that's anything close to a big bang measure.